Hello guys, my name is Rahul and today we'll study about Middle English or the Anglo-Norman literature. Now Middle English period started from 1066 AD and went until 1500 AD. Anglo-Norman period or the Middle English period is also known as the Anglo-French literature or the Norman French literature. So don't be confused between Norman and French because Norman is basically a French dialect. Now, before starting the lecture, it is important to note that so many questions are asked in NET from the history of Anglo-Norman period. So, if you are preparing for NET or SET, then it is important for you to take the note of all the important points. Now, Middle English period was basically divided into three parts. First is before Chaucer, then age of Chaucer, then age of revival. Now, don't be confused. All these three parts come under the Middle English period. Now let us start with the Battle of Hastings or the Norman Conquest. Now Battle of Hastings happened in 1066 AD where the Anglo-Saxon king was defeated by William the Conqueror. Now William the Conqueror was the king of France and in 1066 he also became the king of England by defeating the Anglo-Saxons. So when William the Conqueror became the king of England, French became the language of England, and before French people came to England, Anglo-Saxons lived here. So if you don't know about Anglo-Saxon period, please go to my channel. I have already made the video, so go and do watch. Now when William the Conqueror became the king of England in 1066 AD, French became the language of England. French language, which was similar to Latin, was used in courts and churches till 14th century. The Norman conquest inaugurated a new approach to the literary as well as political history of England. Now French became the language of upper class and aristocrats, especially the ministers, rulers, courts and king, and the Anglo-Saxon language remained the language of local people. Now it is obvious that when the king is a French king, he will prefer doing all the literary and educational works in the language which he bought or which he prefer and which is French. The literature afterwards read and written by Englishmen was thereby completely transformed and sentiments as the tastes of English ruler. So the literature which was written after William the Conqueror became the king of England was according to the taste of the king who was William the Conqueror. So throughout this Middle English period, we can say that English was under the control of French language. In Middle English language, many words were borrowed from French and Latin language. Now why I am saying Latin, you will come to know later in the video. During this period, England became a nation of three languages, which were French, Latin, and English. Now let us study about the Holy War or the Crusade. Now, Crusade was a war which was started by Latin Church under the guidance of the Pope. Now, if you don't know, Pope is the head of the church who lives in Italy. Pope said that Christians should come out and fight for their holy land in the east, which was occupied by the Muslims. So, the main aim of this war was to get back the holy land from the Islamic rule. But what happened here, then after the war of Crusade was over, there was so much bloodshed that people's faith from church started decreasing. So now people started seeking for education at other places than church. So if you don't know, during Middle English period, church was the only source of education and there were no schools and universities. And later in this video also we'll see how universities and schools were formed. But for now you must remember that church was the only source of education during this period. So after the war of crusades, people stopped going to the church and they started seeking for education at other places and started reading the text which they brought with them when they went on war of crusades. So when these people went on war of crusades with Muslims, they brought classical texts with them which was specially written in Latin and Greek. So that's why I said that England became a country of three languages because so many words from Latin were taken into English and also Latin was started to be spoken in England. Now people also became more aware about the corruption which was prevailing in the church. And this called for reformation against the church, and when people stopped going to the church, they started building or creating their own religion, which is called as Protestants. So we'll study about how Protestant is formed in the age of revival, but for now you should just remember that the War of Crusades sparked a fire of formation of Protestants as a religion. Now let us study about the birth of universities and schools. When people stopped going for education to the church, town hall schools were developed. Now, town schools were schools which had no rules or regulation, and whoever wanted to study or wanted to get education, they could come and study in town schools. Now, this in these schools, classical text was taught, which was based on reasoning and doing. While in the church, there was no classical text being taught. Whatever the priest or the preacher said, the learner had to accept that. So as a result, literacy rate or the education increased rapidly, and so many teachers were formed as a result of town schools. So now these teachers formed a group or association, and they build their own rules and laws and regulation for teaching students and forming schools. And these associations of teachers slowly started becoming a larger group, and then finally these associations and groups of teachers emerged as universities, and hence in this way universities are formed. So it is important that you should remember universities were formed in the Middle English period, and especially the age before Chaucer. And it is also important to remember that two important universities, which are Oxford, which was established in 1096, and Cambridge was established in 1209. So just remember about the establishment date of Oxford and Cambridge, it can be asked. So thank you guys, that's all. And please subscribe to my channel, and there are already videos on Anglo-Saxon period and Beowulf. So if you have not watched that, please go and watch, and please subscribe because so many videos are coming, and we will continue this series uh, till we finish the British literature. Thank you guys, please subscribe.